Hello, Interior Alaska. Also Buchanan here with you on this Monday. Time to highlight some sports action this evening. Hope you had a great Monday. If not, well, sports seems to get you on your toes and on the edge of your seats. Now let's take a look. The Alaska Gold Panthers put up a high-scoring game against the Oilers on Sunday at Coral Seymour Stadium in Palmer. Oilers got things started early, taking the lead over the Panthers 1-0 in the top of the second. Panthers struck back, tying the game after Cody Nolf scored off a Jacob Hayes single, which also tied the game at 1. By the fifth inning, both teams were tied with 2 runs each, but the Panthers went on a scoring rally in the top of the 6th inning. Heating up at the plate was Eric Hutting, leading off with a home run, making that his 4th of the season. Then it was Tanner Pinkston hitting the big 3-run homer, along with Nolf getting a 2-run double. 8 runs was brought across home plate in the 6th inning, all due to Cody Ritchie of the Oilers pitching staff, who pitched only the 6th inning, giving up 8 runs on 7 hits with 2 walks and a strikeout. The Panthers wrapped up the Oilers with a total of 19 hits and a final score 13-10. Panthers sealed the victory over the Oilers. The City Amateur Golf Championship came to a wrap after Sunday's final round at Chena Bend Golf Course. No bear there, as golfers started out Friday at Fairbanks Golf Course for the first round of the tournament in wet weather conditions. Carrying over the weekend, golfers say it brought a challenge to the courses. As the tournament ended Sunday night, starting with the men's championship, Flight A, Joe Rapson finished scoring the lucky 78 the whole 3 days, ending with a total of 234 to give him the victory in the championship flight. Going to the men's first flight, our very own weatherman Mike Schultz. He didn't let the weather stop him from claiming his victory with a final score of 239 after shooting a low round of 76. Way to go, Mike. Now, the women's first place winners, Kathy Shuttlesworth, also had that lucky number to claim her victory with the 87 for each day, giving her the lead at a total of 261. Finally, women's first flight Joy Morrison wins the first place title, scoring a total of 293. For the complete scores, final scores of each golfer, visit webcenter11.com. Excitement is building as the new Viking Stadium takes shape in Minneapolis, but not everyone is looking forward to the finished product. The Audubon Society says the beautiful glass walls planned for the stadium will be a death trap for birds. Jana Shortle explains.
The new Viking Stadium will be a marvel to mankind and quite the opposite to those in flight.
We've documented about 125 species in Minnesota as victims of window collision. So this is a real issue.
Yeah, the glass, see-through and picturesque, has potential to halt the migratory path of birds in flight, as anything they can see through or see a reflection of habitat on is deadly, as they'll just fly right into it.
If they change the glass, they will save a significant number of birds.
But the Vikings have said no to changing the glass, citing multiple meetings with the Audubon Society, and in those agreeing to include lights-out guidelines that will help the birds in migrant flight. But the glass portion, that's a done deal. In a statement, the Vikings said, quote, "Stadium construction costs continue to rise, and unfortunately, the budget does not include the additional cost required for the Audubon Society's recommended glass."
This is just one of the products that's been tested with actual birds.
This is what the Society wants: fretted glass that has small images inside of it so the birds don't get fooled.
The type of glass that we're talking about in testing shown that about 75% of birds or more will avoid that glass.
The Minnesota Sports Facilities Authority says the changes in design aren't possible at this point, even though Audubon says they've been talking with the Vikings and the authority for more than a year. And the cost, the MSFA says, would be an additional $1.1 million.
And now to wrap it up for sports tonight. Thanks for highlighting with me for a little while. For more on KTVF Sports, log on to Twitter, YouTube, webcenter11.com, and download our mobile app. Stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz, that's right, has your full weather forecast coming up next. We'll highlight with you next time.
And this year, we're going to continue our tradition, but this year I think I'm going to bring you along on the rides and see how you hang.
Don't
I
ask me.
love those rides. I really look forward to them.
And Austin, it's good to have you here on the desk.
I'm excited. I'm pretty excited.
Yes.
Looking forward to the rodeo. So while y'all are riding y'all's rides, when y'all want the real challenge, come ride the bull at the rodeo.
Oh.
Actually,
I don't think
That's
that'll
right.
wonder how
Not
many
me
tickets
either.
that takes. I'm not sure. All right.
All right.
Very good. Well, fun and excitement ahead of us. All right. And no rain in sight, so
We kind of want the rain now, though, because
No.
we just .19 to break the record.
not going to
Good
happen.
job in golf too.
Yeah,
Very
Mike
good.
won the
Mike.
golf tournament.
I didn't
his
win the
flight.
golf tournament, won my division, but that's
Yep.
okay.
Very good.
So
We'll take it.
humble.
That will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We are glad you could join us.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams is coming up next.
And join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
What a perfect day today to go out and do some fishing.
Oh, all
That's
Wow.
right. We're going to leave you tonight with some folks that were trying that today up there at Lane Lake. From all of us here at the News Center, have a good night. See you back here at 11.